Then you also get dudes yelling into a camera like this guy.
Then I just watched White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany is doing on Fox News. She's doing a press conference to give an update of Donald Trump's, not only what's going on in the White House, because, newsflash, he's still the president.
She was acting on behalf of the campaign, which I'm pretty sure is a ethics violation. She is the White House press secretary. Because, now maybe not her appearance on Fox News, but she did a campaign press conference from the press briefing room in the White House. I'm almost positive that's an ethics violation.
But talking about what's going on with the legal battles and their court cases to contest the election. That is factual. That is what they're doing. They're contesting the election. She's giving...
Contesting the election on what grounds? I'm going to go ahead and tell you that Trump's legal team has been laughed out of court. Here's one of my favorites. This is what the judge rebuking Trump's legal team. This supplemental evidence is inadmissible as hearsay. The assertion that Carnard was informed by an unknown individual, other hired poll workers at her table, had been told is inadmissible hearsay within hearsay. Hearsay within hearsay. And plaintiffs have provided no hearsay exception for either level of hearsay that would warrant consideration of the evidence. The note, which is vague and equivocal, is likewise hearsay. And again, plaintiffs have not presented an argument as to why the court could consider the same given the general prohibitions against hearsay evidence. That was in Michigan. And that's one of the reasons why Fox News cut away. Was to put like, hey, she's making some false claims here. That's what a news organization should do. So props to Fox. At least he wasn't in his truck. When I was watching videos with producer Dave over on Echoplex, and we were watching a lot of these New Age conspiracy videos, almost every single one of them were in their car driving at the time. Apparently that's a thing, but yeah, at least this dude isn't in his truck.
I don't know, an account of why they're contesting it, and Fox News cuts away from the White House press secretary, and they literally say, wow, those are strong allegations. We don't have any proof of that to know if that's true, so we're going to not show her to you. You are now not going to be allowed to hear what the White House press secretary has to say because they, in that very moment, can't verify the information. What is she supposed to do?
No, it's not that they can't verify it. It's that they know it's bullshit, you dumb fuck. God.
When they call a press conference, is she supposed to fax it to you? She's supposed to fax it to you so you can verify it or you can fact check it?
She cannot fucking lie.
We are fact checking ideas and fact checking opinions.
No, she was making truth claims. Idiots don't know the difference between opinions and truth claims. If you're making a truth claim that there was fraud in an election, that's not a fucking opinion.
If you fact check things before people say, hey, we think you did this, we think you did that, so we're going to take it to court. We're going to have it heard in court.
But Fox News is well aware that they have been laughed out of court.
But then you fact check it to where they can't even tell you what it is that they want to take to court because you claim there's no current evidence to...
That is really weird, and it was going. YouTube was up not long before I did this show because I was watching the videos that I was going to play.
Support that. Well, that's what discovery and all that stuff is in court.
No, motherfucker. You do not understand how this works. You don't just get to go make fucking claims, pull shit out of your ass, and then be like, oh, well, let's have discovery and find out. That's not how court works. You gotta have legal standing, and you gotta have fucking evidence.
Outlet. As far as I know, OAN was the only one covering it. Maybe Newsmax was. I don't know. But for major news outlets to not cover the White House press secretary, because now the news is supposed to report news. That's what they're supposed to report. The White House.
Yes, they do not owe the propaganda mouthpiece of the Trump campaign time on their airwaves to make dumb fuck claims.
The White House press secretary talking about what the legal courses of action. I can't even talk. I'm so irritated. What the legal courses of action are for President Trump in regards to the election. That's news.
He has no legal courses of action. He needs to just concede and shut the fuck up. But that's never going to happen.
It's not their job to fact check it on the spot whether or not it's true or not true. That's what the court hearing is about, is to decide whether they believe it and if there's enough evidence to prove it or not.
Fox News was aware that judges, conservative judges, have laughed the Trump cases out of the fucking courtroom.
News outlets are supposed to report the news, not decide whether...
Not the propaganda mouthpiece of a political campaign. You are correct. They were doing their job, you fucking idiot.
Do you think we're stupid? You think we're fools?
Not they know it to be true or not, because then you become an opinionist, just like me. I'm not the news. I'm an opinionist.
You're a dumb fuck.
Opinion on what I believe to be true versus what I don't believe to be true.
Truth claims aren't opinions, you dumb fuck.
You are news outlets. Act like it.
Holy shit. Now, I'm assuming this guy is a veteran, right? So here on Veterans Day, I mean, just by the look of him, I would assume he's a veteran. So here on Veterans Day, this dumb son of a bitch should be upset at Trump's legal challenges, which included military personnel in Arizona. He tried to get their ballots thrown out because they didn't live in the state. Well, it turns out they were fucking military. They didn't live in the state because the military has them stationed somewhere else. But they were registered to vote in Arizona. But that dumb fuck is upset about something that didn't happen, not the actual
election results first came in and the race grew tight in Nevada.
Fraud that the Trump administration is trying
Thousands
to
of people who had moved out of the state had fraudulently cast their votes, potentially
assert.
swinging the race to Biden.
We are also confident that there are thousands of people whose votes have been counted that have moved out of Clark County during the pandemic.
The alleged proof from Nevada Republicans, a change of address database that publicly lists zip codes of where 3,000 or so voters currently and previously lived. For instance, vote cast record 337 shows a voter who previously lived in Henderson, Nevada, but is now in Davis, California. By the GOP's logic, that person would be ineligible to vote. Problem is, this woman says she's that voter 337.
When I first saw that we were on the list, frankly,
I'm not just calling people dumb fucks. I'm making an argument to back up why they're dumb fucks. Did you miss that part? It's always people want to criticize me about my decorum or mutual respect or some other fucking bullshit. No, I'm making logical arguments. I'm showing you the evidence and then calling dumb fucks dumb fucks.
I was just very shocked.
And she's far from a fraudulent voter.
If the Trump campaign officials are listening. Anything you want to say to them?
I think that they should understand that the actions that they're taking are harmful to America. This is harmful to our democratic process. I think that these types of accusations made
attacking military families
are really just shocking and appalling.
Amy Rose is a military spouse. Her husband is active duty in the Air Force, stationed at Travis Air Force Base in California. But under federal and state laws, they're still permanent Nevada residents, making them eligible to vote there in the 2020 election. She says she easily found herself on the list.
I just searched for where we live now, and I found our city, and it matched our zip code.
But the Trump campaign doesn't care. They don't care that they're attacking military families. They've never cared.
So radius, and that matched up with where we moved from in Nevada. So put two and two together and realized it was myself and my husband.
Even a cursory glance at the list, you can see hundreds of other entries using APO, meaning Army Post Office, AFB for Air Force Base.
I'm not insulting people that I disagree with. I'm calling dumb fucks dumb fucks. The dude that I played the video of was a dumb fuck. I made an argument as to why he was a dumb fuck. He didn't understand the way the courts work. He doesn't know the difference between an opinion and a truth claim. He was a dumb fuck. The problem in this country is too many people have been told that their opinions matter. They don't. And not enough people have been told that they're absolute fucking morons. They are. I don't give a shit if you take me seriously or not. I'm a comedian. Get the fuck out if you don't like it. But hey, you know, I offended your sensibilities, fucking snowflake. Right-wingers are morons. I prove it every night on this show. Perhaps you'd like to call in and argue. 917-830-4359. We can hop on the Discord chat if you'd like. I dare people to prove me wrong. And the dude, a military man, I assume, based on his haircut and his attire and everything, backing up this kind of nonsense that's an attack on military families. Tell me he's not a dumb fuck.
Or JB for Joint Base.
My home of record.
See you later.
Is in Nevada. I still own a house in Nevada.
Go live in an echo chamber.
I pay Nevada property tax.
Believe absolute bullshit by dumb fucks. I don't care.
Number 464. She and her husband, who has spent 12 years in the military, live in the Washington, D.C. area. He's a major and pilot in the Air Force, although Las Vegas is their permanent home.
My husband fights for his country. He has offered to pay the ultimate sacrifice, and I stand alongside him, and now my own vote is called into question without any sort of legitimacy.
Anything you want to say to these Nevada GOP officials who put this list together?
You guys have got to do better. You've got to do.
I'll go a step further. They're dumb fucks. I don't know who you're coming here and telling me bullshit, like fucking trying to tell me how to do my show. I didn't call people I disagree with dumb fucks. I call dumb fucks dumb fucks. And if you've got a problem with that, bye-bye.